Have you ever stood before something so magnificent that words simply failed you? A moment when nature's artistry left you speechless, when you realized just how small we are in this vast, beautiful world. Today, we're embarking on an extraordinary journey across 6 of Earth's most spectacular natural wonders, places that will challenge everything you thought you knew about beauty, geology, and the raw power of our planet. From the glacial turquoise waters nestled in the Canadian Rockies to the alien landscapes of a remote island in the Arabian Sea, from the sculpted red rock formations of the American Southwest to the mysterious hexagonal columns of Northern Ireland's coastline, and from the pristine wilderness of our planet's final frontier to the crystal-clear lagoons of the South Pacific, we're about to explore destinations that have taken millions of years to create and mere moments to capture your heart. These aren't just tourist destinations, they're living chapters in Earth's autobiography. Each location carries within it stories of ancient civilizations, geological marvels, unique ecosystems, and cultural treasures that have shaped human history. But here's what I want you to consider. In an age where we can see any place instantly through a screen, what makes physically standing before these wonders so profoundly different? What is it about experiencing nature's grandeur in person that no photograph can truly capture? Before we dive deep into each destination, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because we're constantly updating you with insider travel tips, hidden gems, and exclusive deals. And don't forget to check out the links in our video description below for incredible flight deals and accommodation packages that'll make your dream journey affordable and unforgettable. Now, let's begin our adventure. Moraine Lake, Canada. Nestled in Banff National Park in Alberta, Canada, approximately 14 kilometers from the village of Lake Louise, Moraine Lake sits in the spectacular Valley of the Ten Peaks. This glacially fed wonder was formed by glacial moraines. That's where it gets its name, which are deposits of rock and sediment left behind by retreating glaciers during the last ice age, roughly 10,000 years ago. The lake reaches its fullest and most vibrant blue between mid to late June, when glacial meltwater flows into the basin, carrying with it rock flour, ultrafine particles of rock ground down by glacial movement. These suspended particles refract sunlight in such a way that they create that signature otherworldly turquoise blue color that seems almost too perfect to be real. The lake itself is relatively small, stretching just 1.5 kilometers long and reaching depths of up to 14 meters, but don't let its size fool you. Surrounded by 10 magnificent peaks, each towering between 3,000 and 3,500 meters, this compact paradise delivers maximum visual impact. The Wenkemna Peaks, as they're known in the local Nakoda, Stony language, form a dramatic amphitheater around the lake, creating one of the most photographed vistas in the entire Canadian Rockies. Long before European explorers arrived, this region was home to several indigenous nations, including the Stony Nakoda, Blackfoot, and Tsuut'ina peoples, who traveled these mountain valleys for thousands of years, hunting, trading, and holding spiritual ceremonies in these sacred landscapes. The name Wenkemna means 10 in the Stony language, honoring the indigenous connection to this land. The lake was first documented by European explorers in 1899 when Walter Wilcox stumbled upon it during a climbing expedition. Initially, he mistakenly believed that the lake was formed by glacial moraines, though later geological studies suggested it may actually be a rock slide-dammed lake. Regardless of its precise formation, the name stuck. By 1920, the Canadian Pacific Railway had constructed a lodge near the lake, opening this pristine wilderness to tourists and beginning Moraine Lake's transformation into one of Canada's most iconic destinations. Visiting Moraine Lake isn't just about seeing a beautiful lake. It's about experiencing the raw power of geological time and the delicate balance of mountain ecosystems. The best time to visit is during the early morning hours, just after sunrise, when the mountains cast their reflection on the mirror-like surface of the lake, and the crowds haven't yet arrived. The iconic Rockpool Trail, a short 300-meter scramble up a pile of large boulders at the lake's edge, offers the classic postcard view that has become synonymous with Canadian natural beauty. For the more adventurous, the surrounding area offers world-class hiking trails, including the Larch Valley Trail, which in late September becomes a golden wonderland when the alpine larch trees turn brilliant yellow, one of the few conifers to change color in autumn. The Consolation Lakes Trail offers a quieter alternative, leading hikers to two pristine alpine lakes beyond Moraine Lake's basin. To wrap up our time at Moraine Lake, this is a destination where ancient geology meets contemporary wonder, where indigenous heritage intertwines with modern tourism, and where nature's artistry is on full display. Remember, the lake is typically accessible from early June to mid-October, weather permitting, and Parks Canada has implemented a shuttle system to manage the overwhelming popularity of this site. Plan ahead, book your shuttle reservation early, and prepare for an experience that will redefine your understanding of natural beauty. This isn't just a lake, it's a masterclass in how water, rock, light, and time can collaborate to create something that touches the soul. Socotra Island, Yemen. Socotra is part of a small archipelago of 4 islands located in the Indian Ocean, approximately 240 kilometers east of the Horn of Africa and 380 kilometers south of the Arabian Peninsula. Politically, it belongs to Yemen, though its isolation has given it a character entirely its own. Here's what makes Socotra so special from a geological perspective. This island broke away from the African continent during the Miocene epoch, between 20 and 6 million years ago, during the formation of the Gulf of Aden. This prolonged geographical isolation created what scientists call exceptional endemism, when species evolve in complete isolation and develop characteristics found nowhere else on Earth. The island stretches 125 kilometers long and 45 kilometers wide, with a varied topography that includes the Hadjia Mountains rising to 1,525 meters, limestone plateaus riddled with spectacular caves, sandy beaches that rival any tropical paradise, and interior plains covered in the most bizarre vegetation you'll ever witness. The climate is generally hot and dry, with monsoon winds bringing moisture twice a year, creating microclimates that support this incredible biodiversity. Let's talk about the star of the show, the dragon's blood tree, or Dracaena cinnabari. This iconic tree looks like a mushroom or an umbrella blown inside out, with its distinctive upturned, densely packed crown forming a natural canopy. But it's not just weird looking, it's brilliant. This umbrella shape provides shade for the roots and reduces evaporation in Socotra's arid climate, while also channeling rare rainfall down to the root system. When the bark is cut, the tree bleeds a red resin that has been used for thousands of years as medicine, dye, varnish, and incense. Ancient Romans used it, medieval Europeans prized it, and local Socotri people have relied on it for generations. But the dragon's blood tree is just the beginning. The island hosts the bizarre desert rose, Adenium obesum socotranum, which blooms with shocking pink flowers from its swollen trunk. The cucumber tree, Dendrocysseus socotranus, the only succulent cucumber in the world, and over 800 plant species, with approximately 307 found nowhere else on Earth. Walking through Socotra's highlands is like taking a botanical journey back through evolutionary time. Socotra has been inhabited for at least 2,000 years, with the Socotra people developing a unique culture and speaking a distinct language, Socotra, that belongs to the modern South Arabian language family and is unrelated to Arabic. This language itself is endangered, spoken by only about 70,000 people. The island has been a crossroads of civilizations, mentioned in ancient texts, visited by Marco Polo, and used as a trading post for frankincense, myrrh, and dragon's blood resin. The traditional Socotra way of life involves herding goats, fishing, and date cultivation, with communities living in relative harmony with the island's fragile ecosystems for millennia. Unfortunately, modern challenges including political instability in Yemen, climate change, and development pressures threaten both the human culture and the natural environment. In 2008, UNESCO recognized Socotra as a World Heritage Site, acknowledging its outstanding universal value. Socotra Island represents something precious and increasingly rare, a place where nature has been allowed to take its own path, creating a living laboratory of evolution that cannot be replicated. When planning your visit, understand that this destination requires commitment. Travel can be complicated due to Yemen's political situation, with most visitors flying from Cairo or Abu Dhabi. The best time to visit is October to April, avoiding the intense summer heat and monsoon periods. This isn't a resort destination with five-star hotels. It's an authentic encounter with one of the planet's last truly unique ecosystems. Come here not just to see something different, but to witness evolution's creativity on full display and to support the conservation of this irreplaceable natural treasure. Arches National Park, USA. Welcome to the Colorado Plateau, where for the past 300 million years, nature has been sculpting the most magnificent collection of natural stone arches on Earth. Arches National Park in eastern Utah is home to over 2,000 documented natural sandstone arches, along with hundreds of soaring pinnacles, massive fins, and giant balanced rocks. This is a landscape so surreal, so perfectly sculpted, it has served as the backdrop for countless Western films and has become the iconic image of the American Southwest. But these arches aren't just beautiful. They're geology textbooks written in stone, telling the story of ancient seas, desert dunes, and the patient, persistent power of erosion. Located just 5 miles north of Moab, Utah, Arches National Park covers 76,679 acres of high desert landscape, sitting at elevations between 4,085 and 5,653 feet above sea level. The park lies atop an underground salt bed thousands of feet thick, deposited when ancient seas covered the region some 300 million years ago. This salt bed is the secret architect behind the Arches. Over millions of years, overlying sediments compressed this salt, which, being less dense than rock, became unstable and shifted, causing the rock layers above to buckle, crack, and fold. The famous red rock you see throughout the park is primarily Entrada sandstone, formed from ancient sand dunes during the Jurassic period, about 150 million years ago. Iron oxide, basically rust, gives the rock its distinctive reddish hue, while the sculpting happens through a process called exfoliation. Water seeps into cracks, freezes and expands in winter, melts in summer, gradually widening the cracks. Wind carries sand that acts as natural sandpaper. Eventually, openings form, which continue to enlarge until gravity and erosion create the magnificent arches we see today. Remarkably, this process continues right now. New arches form, while older ones collapse, making Arches National Park a living, changing landscape. Long before European settlers arrived, this region was home to ancestral Puebloan people, Fremont culture, and later, Ute and Paiute tribes. These indigenous peoples left their mark in the form of petroglyphs and pictographs carved and painted on rock surfaces throughout the area, some dating back over 2,000 years. These ancient artworks demonstrate that humans have long been drawn to this landscape's dramatic beauty and have found spiritual significance in its formations. In more recent history, European-American settlers arrived in the late 1800s, with cowboys, ranchers, and prospectors trying to eke out a living in this harsh but hauntingly beautiful environment. A prospector named Alexander Ringhofer first brought the area's tourist potential to attention in 1923, leading to its designation as a national monument in 1929, and eventually its upgrade to national park status in 1971. Today, the park welcomes over 1.6 million visitors annually, all coming to witness these natural cathedrals of stone. The park's crown jewel is Delicate Arch, a 65-foot-tall freestanding arch that has become Utah's most recognizable landmark, even appearing on the state's license plates. The moderately strenuous 3-mile round-trip hike to Delicate Arch is considered a rite of passage for serious Southwest travelers, with the payoff being a view that will absolutely take your breath away, both from the exertion and from the sheer magnificence of seeing this graceful curve of salmon-colored sandstone framing the La Salle Mountains in the distance. But Delicate Arch is just the beginning. Landscape Arch spans an incredible 306 feet, making it one of the longest natural stone arches in the world, so impossibly thin in places that geologists wonder how it still stands. Double Arch showcases two spans emerging from the same stone foundation, creating a frame within a frame. Balanced Rock, a 128-foot-tall formation, looks like it defies gravity itself, with a boulder the size of 3 school buses perched impossibly atop a narrow pedestal. The park offers experiences for every fitness level, from wheelchair-accessible viewpoints to challenging backcountry trails. Windows section provides easy access to spectacular formations, while Devil's Garden Trail leads adventurous hikers through a wonderland of fins and arches on a 7.2-mile journey. Sunrise and sunset are magical times here, when the low-angle light sets the red rocks ablaze with color and casts dramatic shadows that emphasize every curve and contour. Arches National Park is a testament to the artistry of geological time, where patient erosion has created a gallery that rivals anything in human museums. When planning your visit, remember that summer temperatures regularly exceed 100 degrees F, making spring, April, May, and fall, September, October ideal times to explore. The park requires timed entry reservations during peak season, so book well in advance. Bring plenty of water, at least 1 gallon per person per day, and start hikes early in the morning to avoid the intense midday heat. This landscape has been millions of years in the making, and it's changing every day. Some arches that existed when your grandparents visited have already collapsed, while new ones are slowly forming. You're not just visiting a park, you're witnessing an ongoing masterpiece of natural sculpture. Giant's Causeway, Northern Ireland. Giant's Causeway is located on the County Antrim coast of Northern Ireland, about 3 miles north of the town of Bushmills. But to understand this extraordinary formation, we need to rewind about 50 to 60 million years to the Paleogene period, when this region experienced intense volcanic activity. Here's the geological story. Massive volcanic eruptions created a lava plateau. As the molten basalt lava cooled rapidly after meeting the sea, it contracted and cracked in a pattern similar to mud drying in a puddle, but on an enormous scale and with remarkable geometric precision. The cooling process created the distinctive hexagonal columns, though you'll also find some with 4, 5, 7, or 8 sides. These columns are so uniform and precise that they truly do look man-made or mythically created. The columns vary in height, with the tallest reaching about 39 feet. They're not all vertical either. Some formations show columns lying horizontally, providing evidence of the lava flow patterns. The causeway extends from the cliff foot and disappears into the sea, with similar formations appearing across the water in Scotland at Fingal's Cave on the island of Staffa, evidence that this was once a continuous lava field before the North Channel formed. Here's where science meets storytelling in the most delightful way. According to Irish legend, the causeway was built by the giant Finn mac Cool, Fionn mac Cumhale, as a bridge to Scotland so he could fight his Scottish rival, Benandana. Different versions of the tale exist, but my favorite involves Finn's clever wife, Unag. When the Scottish giant crossed the bridge and proved to be enormous, Unag disguised Finn as a baby. Seeing the size of the baby, Benandana feared how large the father must be and fled back to Scotland, tearing up the causeway behind him to prevent Finn from following. The remnants became Giant's Causeway. This mythology is deeply embedded in local culture and has been passed down through generations. The causeway has inspired poets, artists, and writers for centuries. It was depicted in numerous paintings during the Romantic period, with artists fascinated by its sublime and mysterious quality. The causeway has been known internationally since at least the 1600s, when the Bishop of Derry presented an academic paper about it to the Royal Society in 1693. It became a major tourist attraction during the Victorian era, with a tramway built in 1883 to transport visitors from Bushmills. The world's oldest licensed whiskey distillery is nearby, and yes, you can visit it. Walking on the Giant's Causeway is unlike any other geological experience. The hexagonal columns fit together so perfectly that you can hop from one to another like a giant's stepping stones. The sound is distinctive too. The sea crashing against the columns creates a unique echo and rhythm. The site extends beyond just the causeway itself. The Giant's Boot is a column formation that resembles a large boot stuck in the rocks. The organ consists of tall columns reaching heights of 39 feet, resembling the pipes of a church organ. The camel and the granny are formations named for their resemblance to these figures. The cliff path offers spectacular views of the entire coastline, including the dramatic cliffs and formations like the chimney stacks. This coastal walk connects to the Carrickfergus rope bridge, another thrilling experience where you cross a rope bridge suspended 98 feet above the rocks below. The visitor center, opened in 2012, won numerous architectural awards for its sustainable design that blends into the landscape. Interactive exhibits explain both the geological science and the mythological stories, allowing visitors to appreciate both perspectives. The Giant's Causeway offers something rare, a natural wonder that satisfies both the scientific mind and the imaginative spirit. When planning your visit, be prepared for unpredictable weather, bring waterproof clothing and sturdy walking shoes with good grip, as the stones can be slippery. Low tide offers the best opportunity to explore the full extent of the columns and venture further along the coastal formations. The site is busiest during summer, but visiting in the off-season November-March provides a more atmospheric, uncrowded experience with dramatic weather and lighting. The visitor center provides excellent geological and cultural context, but the real magic happens when you step onto those ancient columns and feel the weight of geological time beneath your feet. This is where you can stand on the same stones that inspired legends of giants, while understanding the volcanic forces that actually created them, and both stories are equally awe-inspiring. Antarctica. Welcome to Antarctica, the coldest, driest, windiest continent on our planet. This is a place so extreme, so pristine, so utterly removed from everyday human experience that fewer people have visited Antarctica than have climbed Mount Everest. This is nature at its most raw and magnificent. Antarctica is Earth's southernmost continent, encompassing the South Pole. With an area of 14.2 million square kilometers, it's the fifth largest continent, roughly twice the size of Australia. But here's what truly defines Antarctica. Approximately 98% of the continent is covered by ice that averages 1.9 kilometers in thickness. That's over a mile of ice, folks. This ice sheet contains about 70% of Earth's fresh water and 90% of its ice. The continent is divided by the Transantarctic Mountains into East Antarctica and the smaller West Antarctica. East Antarctica is a high ice-covered plateau, while West Antarctica is essentially a group of mountainous islands covered by ice. The Antarctic Peninsula extends towards South America and is where most tourist visits occur because it's the most accessible and has the mildest climate, relatively speaking. Antarctica holds numerous world records. The coldest temperature ever recorded on Earth's surface was -89, 2 degrees C, -128, 6 degrees F, at Vostok Station in 1983. The continent experiences the strongest average winds on Earth. It's technically the world's largest desert, receiving only about 200 mm of precipitation annually in the interior. During winter, the continent nearly doubles in size as the surrounding ocean freezes, creating sea ice that extends hundreds of miles from shore. Antarctica's history is surprisingly short because it's the last continent discovered by humans. Ancient philosophers theorized about a southern landmass for balance, but it wasn't confirmed until 1820 when Russian, British, and American expeditions all sighted the continent within months of each other. The heroic age of Antarctic exploration, from roughly 1897 to 1922, brought legendary explorers like Robert Falcon Scott, Ernest Shackleton, and Roald Amundsen. Amundsen's Norwegian expedition reached the South Pole first on December 14, 1911, while Scott's British team arrived 34 days later, only to perish on their return journey, a tragedy that became one of history's most poignant exploration stories. Shackleton's 1914-1917 endurance expedition, though failing to cross the continent, became legendary for its incredible survival story when their ship was crushed by ice, and the entire crew survived against impossible odds. What makes Antarctica truly unique in modern times is that it's the only continent without a native human population and without sovereignty disputes, thanks to the Antarctic Treaty System, signed in 1959 and entered into force in 1961. This remarkable international agreement designates Antarctica as a scientific preserve, establishes freedom of scientific investigation, and bans military activity on the continent. It's one of the most successful international treaties ever created, with 54 nations currently party to it. Currently, about 1,000 to 5,000 people reside at research stations scattered across the continent, depending on the season. These scientists study everything from climate change to astronomy to marine biology, producing research that benefits all humanity. Despite the extreme conditions, Antarctica teems with life, particularly around its edges and in the surrounding Southern Ocean. Emperor penguins, the largest of all penguin species, breed during the Antarctic winter in temperatures that can drop to -40 degrees C, with males incubating eggs for 64 days while fasting. Adelie, chinstrap, and Gentoo penguins are also common. Antarctica's waters are among the richest on Earth, thanks to the nutrient upwelling. Massive populations of krill, small crustaceans, form the base of the food chain, supporting whales, seals, seabirds, and fish. You might encounter humpback whales, minke whales, orcas, and if you're extremely fortunate, blue whales, the largest animals ever to exist on Earth. Weddell, leopard, craybaiter, and elephant seals inhabit the region, each with fascinating adaptations for surviving these extreme conditions. Leopard seals, with their reptilian heads and powerful jaws, are apex predators that hunt penguins and even other seals. Watching a leopard seal hunt penguins at the ice edge is thrilling and terrifying in equal measure. The terrestrial ecosystem is limited due to extreme cold, but Antarctica is not lifeless. Algae, mosses, and lichens survive in ice-free areas. The dry valleys, one of Earth's most Mars-like environments, harbor extremophile bacteria that survive in conditions previously thought impossible for life, informing our search for extraterrestrial life. Antarctica represents the ultimate adventure destination, a journey to the literal ends of the Earth. Tourist expeditions typically visit the Antarctic Peninsula, the most accessible region, operating from November through March during the Antarctic summer. These expeditions most commonly depart from Ushuaia, Argentina, crossing the notoriously rough Drake Passage. Expect to pay $5,000-$15,000 for standard expeditions, with luxury and specialty trips costing significantly more. This isn't a casual vacation. It's an expedition requiring physical capability, environmental responsibility, and respect for one of Earth's last pristine wildernesses. Visitors must follow strict protocols to minimize environmental impact, including maintaining distance from wildlife and adhering to biosecurity measures. But for those who make the journey, Antarctica delivers an experience that changes you fundamentally, standing on the white continent, surrounded by absolute silence, broken only by the crack of shifting ice and the call of penguins. You'll understand what true wilderness means and why preserving this frozen realm matters for all of humanity. Bora Bora Lagoon, French Polynesia. Bora Bora is located in the Society Islands of French Polynesia, in the South Pacific Ocean, approximately 160 miles northwest of Tahiti. The island is what geologists call a volcanic high island, formed by volcanic activity about 3–4 million years ago. The central feature is the remnants of an extinct volcano, with Mount Otmanu, the highest peak at 2,385 feet, and Mount Pahia dominating the island's profile. These dramatic basalt peaks are what remain of the volcano's central magma chamber after millions of years of erosion stripped away the outer layers of the volcanic cone. What makes Bora Bora's geography especially spectacular is its reef system. As the volcanic island slowly subsides and erodes over millions of years, a natural process for volcanic islands, coral growth keeps pace, building up around the island's edges. The result is a barrier reef that encircles the main island at a distance, creating a protected lagoon between the reef and the island. This lagoon is typically 100–300 feet deep, with crystal clear water, warm and calm, protected from the ocean's waves and currents. The reef itself hosts numerous small islands called motus, formed from accumulated coral and sand, which ring the lagoon like pearls on a necklace. The lagoon's extraordinary color comes from a combination of factors. The white sand bottom reflects sunlight upward through the shallow, ultra-clear water, while varying depths create gradations of color from pale aquamarine to deep sapphire blue. With visibility often exceeding 100 feet, the lagoon is essentially a massive natural aquarium. Bora Bora was first settled by Polynesians from Tonga and the Society Islands around 300 AD as part of the remarkable Polynesian expansion across the Pacific. These master navigators traveled thousands of miles in outrigger canoes, using stars, ocean swells, and bird flight patterns to find and colonize islands throughout the vast Pacific. The original name was Pora Pora, meaning firstborn in the Tahitian language, which Europeans mispronounced as Bora Bora. Polynesian culture here, like throughout French Polynesia, is rich with tradition. The ancient Polynesians developed sophisticated societies with complex religious beliefs centered on mana, spiritual power, and tapu, sacred restrictions that would later give us the word taboo. They were expert fishermen, navigators, and cultivators who transformed these volcanic islands into sustainable paradises using indigenous agricultural systems. Archaeological sites on Bora Bora include ancient marae, sacred temple platforms, where important ceremonies were conducted. European contact began when Dutch explorer Jacob Roggeveen sighted Bora Bora in 1722, with British explorer James Cook arriving in 1777. During World War II, the United States established a supply base on Bora Bora, constructing the first airport. The current airport is still on the same motu, which, ironically, opened the island to tourism after the war. France maintains sovereignty over French Polynesia as an overseas collectivity, though Polynesian culture, language, and traditions remain vibrant and central to island life. Modern Bora Bora has become synonymous with luxury travel and romantic getaways, pioneering the concept of overwater bungalows that has since been copied worldwide. These iconic accommodations, often featuring glass floor panels so you can watch marine life swimming beneath your room, provide an intimate connection with the lagoon environment. But luxury aside, what truly makes Bora Bora special is its extraordinary natural environment. The lagoon is a living ecosystem teeming with marine life. Snorkeling and diving here reveal coral gardens populated by hundreds of species of tropical fish, including the vibrant parrotfish, angelfish, butterflyfish, and triggerfish. The waters are home to graceful manta rays, which glide through the lagoon like underwater birds, and blacktip reef sharks, which despite their fearsome name are harmless to humans and often swim in the shallows. The most popular activity is swimming with rays and sharks in the shallow waters of the lagoon, an experience that transforms how you think about these magnificent creatures. Beyond the lagoon, the reef drops off into the deep Pacific, where diving and snorkeling expeditions reveal dramatic underwater walls, caves, and passages filled with larger pelagic species including tuna, barracuda, and during the right season, humpback whales that migrate through Polynesian waters. The water temperature remains a comfortable 79-84 degrees F year-round, making every day perfect for water activities. Bora Bora represents the ultimate tropical island experience, where volcanic drama meets coral beauty and ancient Polynesian culture blends with modern luxury. When planning your visit, understand that this is not a budget destination, but the experience justifies the investment. The best time to visit is during the dry season from May to October, when humidity is lower and rainfall is minimal, though the wet season, November to April, still offers beautiful weather with occasional brief showers that keep everything lush and green. Getting here requires flying to Tahiti's Whara International Airport, then taking a short flight to Bora Bora's airport, located on a motu, followed by a boat transfer to your resort or the main island. Most visitors spend 4-7 days, which allows time to explore the lagoon, take a Circle Island tour, visit Mount Otmanu viewpoints, and simply relax into the slower rhythm of island life. This is a place to unplug, to reconnect with nature and with loved ones, and to experience what it means when land, sea, and sky come together in perfect harmony. Bora Bora doesn't just meet your expectations of paradise, it exceeds them in ways you didn't know were possible. 6 extraordinary destinations that span our incredible planet. From the glacial valleys of Canada to the alien landscapes of Yemen, from the sculpted sandstone of Utah to the hexagonal columns of Northern Ireland, from the frozen wilderness of Antarctica to the tropical lagoons of French Polynesia. 6 places, 6 different continents, each with its own story written in stone, ice, and water over millions of years. These places remind us of something we often forget in our fast-paced, instant gratification world. True beauty, lasting transformation, and meaningful creation take time. Nature doesn't rush. It works persistently, patiently, through processes so slow they're nearly invisible to human perception, yet the results are breathtaking. Now I have some questions for you, and I genuinely want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Which of these 6 destinations resonated most deeply with you, and why? What natural wonder are you most eager to experience firsthand? And here's a deeper question: how might the lesson of patience and persistent effort creating extraordinary results apply to something you're working on right now in your life? If you found value in this journey we've taken together, show some love by hitting that like button. It really does help us reach more travel enthusiasts like yourself. And if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We're constantly bringing you comprehensive guides to the world's most incredible destinations, insider travel tips, budget hacks, and inspiration to fuel your wanderlust. Until next time.